Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions, cause K in K-pop stands for kindergarten.
5, 6, 7.
1. Boys Planet Season 2 is here and it's already a circus. First off, let's talk numbers. Season 1 had 98 contestants. This time, a bloated 154 trainees. They've split them into two categories. Planet K,
Way too
Korean
many.
focused,
Even in season one, it felt it was too many 99, but
and Planet C, China focused. Sounds diverse in theory, but it's a joke in practice. Mnet had the audacity to claim Planet C was a global bracket, but 72% of the contestants are Chinese. It's not global. It's just rebranded regional casting. Stop lying. The age range is disturbing, from 29 to 14. That's not inclusion, that's marketing exploitation. 38% are minors, which includes the literal baby of the show, Kim Tae-jo, who is 14. The
Hmm.
I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with any of it. For the age range, okay, whatever. Why is 14-year-old auditioning wrong? If 14-year-old is talented, it's talented.
It's not even about the kids. It's about the who's supervising, who's managing, who's like over
Yeah.
making sure everything is being followed, like the protocol. Because why are we putting all these responsibilities on the kids? It's
Yeah.
nothing with the kids. It's everything to do with the adults who are funded to watch, manage these shows.
Yeah, if there's creeps in the staff,
Yeah.
fire the creeps. Kids should have the opportunity
There
to.
should be a safe space.
Yeah, like here in the West, there's a competition called The Voice. If you're 14 and you're really good, you can go sing on The Voice. Like, why not?
Not, oh my God, the 14-year-olds
Yeah,
here and they may entice,
yeah.
the staff
Like the fuck?
to commit some harm.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make no sense. Now, second, 72% being Chinese and calling it global. Again,
Oh.
I don't have a problem with that because I just don't think that there is that many Americans that want to go to Korea to compete in a competition
Mm,
or like any country. Like
mm,
in China, if Chinese boys want to do it, I kudos to them. Not everybody want to be a K-pop idol, so they probably just picked whoever wants and has some sort of threshold of
mm.
potential. So I mean, I
But
just don't have a problem with it.
Is it global when you just have like maybe a different audience? Like,
I think to me, as long as there's at least three nationalities in the group, is global.
mm-hmm,
You have Chinese, probably Japanese, maybe
because this is
Thai,
like
Indonesian. That's it. That's
this is
global. I'm
like
sorry.
the argument. Did you do a world tour if you didn't go see the whole world? I feel like this is like semantics. We're picking on
Okay,
words.
so global. What you want every single country to include?
Well,
Impossible.
if you want to be picky, of course, but that's just, people are gonna always comment. That's a free criticism. Throw it. It's okay. You say 70%
No,
from China,
72% from
70%
China. Then
China.
you have maybe one Canadian, one Japanese, or maybe
Maybe.
five Japanese, uh, two Thai, one
Mm-hmm.
Indonesian,
Mm-hmm.
one Indian, one from Europe somewhere, UK, whatever, Italian,
Mm-hmm.
and one from Latin America. That's global enough. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what else do you want?
oldest, Xian Hao, a 29-year-old survival show veteran who's already been on both Youth with You Season 3 and Boys Planet Season 1. Mnet is pairing literal middle schoolers with people old enough to have trained through two K-pop generations. It's a mess. There are 41 returning faces, people who've already debuted
It
in
seems
groups
like there's an opportunity for people to come to perform.
Yeah.
I don't see why not with this, especially like America's Got Talent. You have people from all ages to show up.
And they come back. We've
Yeah,
seen people
yeah,
come back
yeah.
too. It's like, why don't we drag a Chaewon for being in multiple groups?
Mm.
Like, what's wrong with it? The guy clearly trying. That's his
Mm-hmm.
fucking goal in life. He's
Mm-hmm.
29. He still
I
hasn't given up on his
honestly,
dream. Let
that
him
here in
dream.
the West, that would be looked at as like, oh, that's a underdog story, and people typically would
Yeah.
root for this kind of
Yeah, because
story.
it's like the guy 29, he's still trying. His
But
joints are
it
still
seems
good.
like over in South Korea, they're like, okay, bro, figure something else
Yeah,
out.
but that's his
Very
passion. It's his
judgmental.
life. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
his life. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
like MCND, Starlight Boys, Drippin', and more. These are all groups that sell under 20K and are stuck in commercial limbo. Their agencies clearly gave up on doing actual promotion and shoved them into the show hoping Mnet will give them the visibility their own companies couldn't. Survival shows have always been a last resort, but this many? It screams
Well, at
industry
least the
desperation.
companies
Then
doing all that what they could.
Yeah, I don't know why we're dragging
Yeah.
that.
comes Leo, one of the most controversial names on the cast list. If you don't know who he is,
Why?
let me explain.
We
Leo was
don't.
originally part of Hybe's pre-debut boy group project Trainee A. which was planned to be Big Hit's next major group after TXT. Leo was one of the most pushed members, center material, most content, main visual, but in December 2021, Leo dropped a self-written freestyle rap video on the group's official YouTube channel, where he rapped about violent misogynistic imagery, including the line, "Ain't nobody gonna tell me why that be stopped breathing," that was posted publicly by a major label. Yes,
That'll do
on an
it.
official trainee channel. The backlash was immediate and massive. People were furious, not just over the lyric itself, but the fact that Hybe let it go through unchecked. They deleted the video and issued a weak joint apology from Leo and the production staff, but the damage was done. The anger didn't fade. Months later, in August 2022, Leo announced his departure from Trainee A, citing burnout, anxiety and emotional distress. But here's what fans clocked. Once Leo left, the entire group's momentum vanished. Hybe never followed through with the debut. They pulled the plug on the entire project. Trainee A officially disbanded in December 2022. Hybe never gave a reason, but it was clear Leo's scandal had torched the group's chances. That's why so many people are pissed now that he's reappearing on Boys Planet. Not only is there no redemption arc, there's no explanation.
Now, you can be mad about him reappearing. There's at least a reason for that.
Yeah.
That the guy, that, especially the fact that it was self-written lyrics. If he just rapped, somebody from Hype wrote it, and he rapped, okay. The blame is more on Hype-ish. Now he wrote that.
Also, the
Okay.
thing is, we don't have any like history with him, so we don't know what he did in the meantime to kind of correct this bad past in a way. Because I don't know if we can punish someone forever if we haven't seen the history of them trying to do the work to recover, to
yeah.
understand and learn.
I hear you.
Because it's hard to grow in front of everybody, because maybe he thought that was cool. Let me show like how cool I can be and edgy and trend-setting, and make this risk. And then he learned, nope. So what did he do in the meantime?
Yeah, I think you have a good point. I think, guys, it's oftentimes it's easy to just be sitting here and judge people that are growing up in front of cameras and online. Like, think about yourselves, how many things you have done in life that you wouldn't want being online and like everybody else knowing about it. Everybody has that at least one thing that they're embarrassed of.
But it is bad to say those misogynistic things about
Of course
the
it is.
ladies.
Nobody's saying it's
I don't know
it's
who
okay.
raised them, honestly, or where he thought that was cool enough to say. But man, I want to know if over that time spent like on his own, what he has done to kind of address this to better himself. Because for all I know, he could be still the same person.
Yeah, and also, to be fair, to play devil's advocate, we don't know if that's how he truly feels. He could have just felt like, oh, this is what people want to hear, so he just wrote that because that's what. To be fair, there's a lot of misogyny in rap music, so if he thought, okay, that's what people like to listen, so I'm gonna write that, it's wrong.
He should have known the space he was in.
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying, maybe that's not how he feels about them, and maybe that's what he wrote.
He has to say how he feels. We don't know.
Yes, he should, and of course, not only say what he feels. Those 2 years or however he's been out, he should have taken steps to show that that's not who he is. But we don't know that, so it's kind of hard to say if he did anything. It's our first time hearing about the guy.
And he's popping him up like that, and then people are looking at, oh, you again?
Yeah.
He just showed up again, as if nothing happened, and people are rightfully calling it
that's
out.
bad.
There's also Sangwon, another former trainee, a member, who's now competing alongside Leo. He wasn't involved in the scandal, but his inclusion reopens wounds from that entire failed rollout. And then we've got Christian. He was on Boys Planet Season 1 and famously posted "I'm free" on Instagram after getting eliminated, basically implying he was relieved to be off the show. The caption was interpreted by many as shade toward Mnet and the whole process. And yet here he is again, fresh profile pic and all, back in Season 2, no explanation, no clarity. It's giving Squid Game Season 2. Is he planning to take revenge on Mnet? Stay tuned to see. Now let's talk about the part.
Well, okay, I'm free is a little weird, okay, to say after that. But listen, maybe the same as the 29-year-old guy just really has a dream to. He tried other shows, it didn't work out, and this is like he really has a dream to debut. I mean,
so is the goal of
dream.
this show to be a group or to be a solo?
Zero Base 1 was Season 1.
Oh.
So whatever's gonna be Season 2.
I don't know. I mean, his odds, the odds maybe not in his favor, but if he's able to participate, let him participate.
Yeah.
Part that's really disgusting. The blind voting system. For the first time in any Mnet survival show, fans are voting with zero access to performances, profiles, or vocals. All they get are static headshots. That's it. You're
Really?
expected to choose your favorites based solely on looks. No dance clips, no singing, no interviews,
Bacon, he looked like he's 19. You couldn't tell me he was over 30.
no signal song. And the voting ends before the theme song and trainee profiles even drop. That means rankings will be locked in. Before anyone proves they have talent, This inherently advantages trainees who already have a fanbase and punishes new faces with no history or recognition. And guess what? Most of the high-ranking spots are already being taken by the pretty face minors like Kim Tae-jo, who've shown nothing yet. The format is rigged toward fame and visuals. There's no artistic merit here. It's a beauty pageant pretending to be a music show. What's worse is that Mnet's still trying to push this as more fair because they brought in a third-party audit firm. But when the structure of the show is this biased, an auditor doesn't fix anything. The system is broken before a single
But you know,
vote is cast.
also
It
the
replicates the
beauty is also realizing they bringing in other beauties. It's not just one beauty, and they're gonna think they could walk through this competition and get it like that. Now everyone is pretty. Now everyone is pretty to the point you guys say this person is pretty. I say they look average to the other person next to the person they're next to. Like,
Yeah, I see that a lot.
so now
like,
it's not pretty is not enough.
yeah, I see that a lot. That all the idols they look
Yeah,
very
all the
similar.
idols
I
look
don't
good.
see. Yeah, I don't see like anybody looks better than the other. Yeah, I don't.
So when they say, "Oh, it's a whole lot of visuals," doesn't mean they're necessarily gonna get the spot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
same
have something
conditions
else?
that led to past rigging scandals. Who gets pushed? Whoever had the better makeup artist that day. They also scrapped the twin group debut concept, where one group was supposed to
That's the
debut
luck.
from Planet K and one from Planet C. Now it's just one 9-member final lineup, which makes everything even more cutthroat, while completely ignoring the issue of imbalance. Because let's be real, Planet C trainees are already at a disadvantage. This is a Korea-voted show, and Korean audience
Yes, but to be fair, guys, last season we reacted to it. Planet C, holy shit, that was a bunch of garbage. Holy fucking shit. Like the Planet C, that was clearly participation awards. Like the people in Planet C was hot garbage. Planet K was significantly better than Planet C. So I have no reason to anticipate here that, oh, all of a sudden they're gonna have a bunch of good singing global contestants. It just seems that in Korea they raised those kids better for these shows. Like it is what it is. Like out of the Planet C, I think there was only a couple of people that were respectable, and I believe they end up like one or two that ended up debuting in Zero Base Ones because the global group was just garbage.
Yeah.
Like, it was embarrassing to watch.
They should do a Planet P.
What is
is
that?
The Philippines.
Oh.
Ooh, the competition will be tough.
historically
Cutthroat.
favor Korean contestants. No amount of buzzwords about global inclusivity can erase that fact. So yeah, between the bloated cast, the unbalanced brackets, the tone-deaf cast picks, the shallow voting gimmick, and the complete lack
Yeah, I think they did the same with the Girls Planet in the when Unis debuted. I don't know if Unis is from Girls Planet or not. I'm not exactly sure, but in Unis too, out of the global group, the Filipino girls stood out.
Jalea.
Yeah,
of fairness in how the show is
and
structured.
Elisa, I think.
Season 2 already feels like it's setting people up to fail. The system was broken before it even aired and Mnet isn't fixing it. They're just finding new ways to disguise how little they care. 2. ITZY's Girls Will Be Girls is the comeback we've been waiting on. It doesn't just mark a sonic shift, it's a full conceptual upgrade. ITZY has always hovered around themes of self-confidence and bold femininity. But this time they're not just telling us they love themselves, they're showing us what it feels like to be watched, judged, cornered, and still standing tall. The post-apocalyptic aesthetic of the MV underlines everything the song represents: survival, self-definition, and pushing back against surveillance culture, idle expectations, and societal control. And it does all that while going off sonically. From the jump, the track explodes with energy. The beat doesn't give you room to breathe, it's full throttle. Fast-paced and leans deep into a soundscape that's both aggressive and stylish. There are shades of drum and bass, but it's grounded by a bass-heavy pulsing beat that feels intentional. You can feel the production's weight and momentum in your chest. It's club energy, with claws. And while the hook is repetitive, not denying that, that's part of its function. It matches the militaristic undertone of the MV and the urgency in the lyrics. You're supposed to feel a little overwhelmed. That chaos is the point. The standout decision though? Skipping the second chorus and slamming us with a dance break instead. It's structurally disruptive in a way that reinforces the song's tension. The verses, while fragmented and sing-talky, are woven into this ever-shifting production that keeps mutating. So it never drags, it never plateaus. It's a track built on escalation, and it lands. Visually, the MV is a cinematic event. The dystopian vibes, the oversized eyeball watching them, the monster birds attacking them like they're fugitives from societal norms. All of it reads like a pointed commentary on surveillance and control. Especially for women in the spotlight, it's not subtle, but it works. The minimal dance shots? A smart move. For once, they trusted the storytelling more than the choreo, and the payoff is
Yeah, I like the minimal dance shots because K-pop relies too much on dancing in music videos. I like that there wasn't. Oh, they danced a little bit, but it wasn't like dance performance video.
massive. It feels like a movie, not a product showcase. Now let's talk B-sides, specifically Kiss and Tell, because that track is disgusting in the best way possible. It's giving polished chaos, it's weird, it's experimental, it's flooded with vocal effects and hypersynthetic layering, but it works because it's engineered with intent. This is how you do vocal manipulation right. In hype and better be taking notes. You don't just slap autotune on a chorus and call it edgy. You use it to distort
Well,
tone,
damn,
exaggerate
you didn't have
emotion,
to do
and pull the listener
that.
into a stylized world. That's what ITZY did here. It's bold, Fast-paced and sounds like second-gen electropop on steroids. Overall, between this EP and Imaginary Friend, I sense a strategic pivot away from empty slogans
I
and
like
toward more
Imaginary
nuanced storytelling,
Friend.
both sonically and visually. It's got grit, it's got brains, and it doesn't sacrifice musicality for concept. It's the grown-up ITZY we've been demanding since they outgrew the I love myself one-liners. 3. Sunghan is making his solo
Well, it's one of the rare occasions she actually likes something.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for her.
debut in July, and he'll be promoting under the stage name
Okay. And it was her who was dragging SM that, oh, Sunghan is never gonna debut. Mm-hmm. Well, SM is proving you wrong.
Sunghan. It's really happening, and let's be honest, most of us didn't think it would. Now here's where things get
You.
messy.
You
This
did. You didn't think it
It's
would.
you.
I had no
You.
opinion on it,
It's
but
me.
debut is risky,
Hi.
it's unearned in the current climate, not because he lacks talent, but because the rollout is non-existent. SM is pushing a solo debut with zero ramp-up, no consistent content, no fanbase reactivation, no build-up. The fan accounts are barely moving, the engagement is still fractured, and the fandom that backed him pre-scandal has been left in limbo for over 8 months. No pre-release campaigns, no TikToks, no interaction on Weverse or Bubble to gauge interest. Just a he's debuting in July, deal with it. This is not how you reintroduce a sidelined idol, and SM knows that. Lucas got a documentary for crying out loud. That's what makes this whole thing frustrating. It reeks of minimal effort. There's no long-term plan here. This looks like a digital single experiment dressed up as a comeback. If it performs decently, maybe he'll get a second release. If not,
I mean, you can't blame SM for that. That's it's just you don't want to waste too much money on it. You don't know how much fan base he has, so kind of just give him a little shot. If he outperforms himself next time, you give him more money. If he doesn't, then shelve him. You can't blame business for that. That's a good business decision.
he gets Lucas. It's not even speculation, it's literally SM's own track record. Lucas dropped one solo, sold about 30K and vanished. If Sunghan doesn't pull numbers that justify his existence as a soloist, SM will bury him again and pretend this never happened. There is no safety net
Yup.
here. The way he was exiled over a few pre-debut photos and voice messages was absurd. Most of the backlash was about leverage, not actual offense. They
That's a lot
wanted
of
him out of
pressure on him.
Rise, and they got what they wanted. Now that he's solo, they don't care. The campaign to cancel him died the moment they succeeded in getting him booted. That's why you'll see less rage and more passive-aggressive silence this time around. Because the goal has already been met, but don't get it twisted. There will still be people trying to drag him down the second his name pop, even if it's less intense. There are always a few accounts lying in wait to rehash the same screenshots and videos like it's day one. And SM? They won't say a thing. If he gets attacked again, they'll stay quiet like they always do, and fans will be left cleaning up the mess for free. That's the real concern here, not whether the debut happens, but how protected he'll be after it does. This July debut is a gamble. It's either a quiet comeback that marks the start of something new, or it's a single release used as a shield against criticism so SM can say, see, we gave him a shot, while planning nothing else.
I mean, yeah, but that's just business. I don't really see anything wrong with that. You kinda, it's a risky investment. So the only reason you're doing this investment because kind of fans backlash, so you don't want to throw too much money at it. So you're like, okay, give him a debut, see what he does. Like that's how any business would approach that. When you have like a new artist, you kind of give them a debut, see if outperforms, there's some sort of par level that you expect. If outperforms, then okay, give a little bit more next time. If that, I don't exactly understand what the fuck she wants them to do. Throw the whole bag, promote him like he's Espa. I'm
Yeah.
so confused.
A lot of pressure. Obviously, a lot of people eyes are
Yeah,
watching
it's
him.
a lot of pressure, but it's all pressure is on him.
Mhm.
He's his own. He
Yeah.
sets his own destiny, so he got to do a good job.
Oof. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.